Hello and welcome, fellas. It's time to get underway with the last minute picks and predictions. And Haley Cowan, or the popular, like to say, popular cow, she missed the scale alongside Irina Alexeyeva. So I believe cow did it intentionally. And yes, I had Cowan versus not over 2.5. Now I'm gonna go not to win. I'm gonna go not to win, not decision, because the stupid cow missed the weight by 1.5 pounds, and I can't pick the cow to win. I simply can't because cows are nice animals, but man, like the stupid cow missed the weight, and the goddamn cow didn't hit the scale. I really can't go through it. Then Journey Newsom versus Marcus McGee. This is a catchweight combat. I have no distance. No distance. Newsom versus McGee. Side call Newsom. Newsom to win. Newsom ETD. It's a side call, but I have not going the distance as my pick. You probably wonder why I put a devil's figure when it comes to Charles Johnson, and you are going to discover that sooner or later. Also, we've got another cow on this fight card, and that cow's name is Irina Alexeyeva, because Irina Alexeyeva missed the scale, so I'm going with Stephanie Egger. Yeah, I'm going to go with Egger ETD or Egger submission. I think Egger is going to finish her, and of course, you got two cows on this fight card. So, what can I say? Like, how not can you miss the scale for with such a big limit? Like, okay, 137.5 to some point, I understand, but Alexeyeva really went too far. 140 for the limit of 136. What can you say about that? There is no explanation for something like that. Cody Durden versus Charles Johnson. Johnson to win. Johnson decision. Yeah, gonna be Johnson decision. And Johnson is my bet too. Now Martin Bude versus Jake Collier. Bude versus Collier, no distance. Bude to win. Bude to win. Bude ETD. So this would be my picks and predictions for this upcoming fight card. And yeah, preliminary card until minute 3, main card until minute. Okay, then chit chat, fine. I'm gonna do a chit chat later. So, we are going to go with propping you up here, and I am aware that this fight card might not be the greatest fight card you've seen. Josh Kinlan versus Trey Waters. Kinlan versus Waters, no distance again. Side call. This is very, very, very hard. I'm like Trey Waters to win, but very, very hard. I mean, Kinlan, this is a pick for me. Let me see what our book is saying. Bookies are saying Kinlan is a favorite, fine, but I think fishing for the upset would be fine. Marcos Rogerio de Lima versus Valdo Cortez Acosta. Acosta versus Lima, no distance. Side call. Lima to win, but side call is a pick'em. Side call is a pick'em to me. Pick'em to me. Lima, but this is like side call. I don't have much of a better choice, especially on this fight card. It's not that I have much of a better choice, and that's how I see this fight card happening. And then we got Julian Rosa versus Fernando Padilla. I already picked Fernando Padilla to win if I must pick a side. So we got another no distance or Padilla to win. I have another call, which is going to be in the favor of Padilla. Then the next one is the clash between Cody Brandage and Rodolfo Vieira. Again, I have fight not going the distance. Like, I have so many no distances here. Brandage versus Vieira, no distance. I've got Vieira submission or Cody KO, TKO. So, uh, yes, that's what I have. I can't make a decision between these two as Brandic is known for potentially deadly punches, deadly finishes, and his opponent is a whole different juice. His opponent, Rodolfo Vieira, will try to finish the fight by a submission, and he is a submission specialist. But you've seen what happened against Chris Curtis. Shows that he is pretty much helpless when you don't let him drag the fight to the ground. So it's pretty much how I see it. Pretty much I see it going differently. That whole fight, I see it going differently. And if you're asking me, that's the way how it should go. Definitely, that's the way how it should go. How it should play out. That fight is a one to bet or call. Kyle Bohalyo versus Michal Alexichuk. So you got Bohalyo versus Michal, no distance again. Michal KO, TKO, or Kyle submission. I think Michal KO, TKO round 2 would be a nice prop. He has many stoppages in round 2, especially the one against Shamil Gamzatov was pretty much on point back then, and I really enjoyed this potential demolition magician against Shamil Gamzatov. And I think this guy started to shine since he moved the division down. Like at 205, he wasn't strong enough and he lacked in power. But at this weight class, I have a feeling that this is Michal's weight class to choose. I believe he chose perfect weight class for himself. Bohalyo gonna be winner in this fight. Alexichuk fight like drunk man. How are you doing, Benjo? How are you doing? Big ratings. Well, if Boradyo wins, if he drags the fight to the ground, he is going to win the submission, or Michal to be KO, TKO. How are you doing, fella? So glad you're in the chat, man. Also, the next one, finally, the main event of the evening, Song versus Simon. I bet on over 2.5. Side calls Simon to win. Simon decision or Simon in championship rounds. That's how I have right now. And now I'm going to show you my round robins. And I'm gonna write my bets. I only have 2 bets. I'm going to write them. Bets Charles Johnson to win and Song versus Simon over 2.5. These are my bets. Now let me see round robin. What could work as a round robin? Let's go. I must see which underdogs did I pick. No, I didn't pick Yadong to win. Maybe Brandic could be a nice dog. Brandic plus 185, Padilla plus 125. I have a theory that many dogs could win on this card, and this card is so tricky for betting. Collier, no. Maybe Trey Waters. Yeah, maybe I pick Trey Waters. I'm not going to pick those stupid cows who missed the scale. No way I'm picking them. Cows are actually nice animals, but I don't like these cows. And Trey Waters plus 145. This could be a nice piece of round robin. Newson easy. I also think Newson is going to win the fight. So this is technically what I have right now from my picks. And on Sunday I will release another video on the MMA Guru as promised him. That guy deserves much more than just videos. I'm gonna do more great videos about Guru. And anyway, these are my bets. So let's chit chat now. Please shoot in with questions, ask whatever you want. I was training today. This was my outfit for training. Right now I'm just moving it. Yes? So these are just movings, like shoot in with questions, please. You can literally ask whatever you want. How is recovery doing? Well, I have good news. You see, I don't have cast anymore. These are good news. Bad news is the recovery is going to last for a very, very, very long time. Like the doctor said on Tuesday, the doctor said, Vlad, it would have been better if you broke your leg. So they are saying right now I'm under physical therapy. So it's like they put some orthopedic stuff into my shoes, and you know, I'm okay. I can walk hardly, but I can walk. But recovery is doing okay. It's going slowly, very slowly, but it's going. It's going slowly, but it's advancing. I will need 2-3 months to recover. It's not gonna be easy, but I will try. I will try as hard as I can. And this month I'm very close to break the record for the greatest YouTube earning per month ever. And that is another positive news because it's all thanks to you. Like life is always going to throw you curveballs. It's only a matter of how you accept them. And to be honest, it's getting better. I mean, nobody can be happy when he's injured, but I'm just saying, when you're injured, life can be pretty cruel when you're injured. I can't ref, and that's like playing a massive role in my budget, but I will survive. That's only one season, so no. After rain comes sun, but the problem is because I can't do physical jobs. That's like, no, I'm really feeling like I'm disabled at the moment. I'm really feeling like that, but okay. I mean, 2-3 months and I will be back on track. That's what they say. Like Achilles tendon is a damn injury, pretty much of a damn injury, and I hate that injury honestly. But life can be cruel sometimes. Imagine me, athlete for my whole life. Tomorrow I'm combining Cage Warriors and UFC. Uh, do they do something to prevent muscle loss in leg? I have electrostimulation, and I am putting electrostimulation on my leg every single day. We need better main events than I might agree. How do you like idea of creating new super heavyweight division for low tier obese heavyweights? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I mean, super heavyweight would be a great call. Imagine like Justin Taffa and guys who don't want to cut weight. There are many guys who weigh 300 pounds. I mean, KSW has a super heavyweight division. I think super heavyweight is a step in the right direction. I really think that's a step in the right direction. But that's like, what can I say? It's nice idea. I can say it's nice idea, but is that idea going to come to fruition? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I want this idea to come to fruition, but is it going to come to fruition? It only depends on Dana White and nobody else. Cowboy, I'm crazy for thinking Aljo not only beats Henry but stops him. Man, you don't even know how much I want to see that happening. I want to see that every single day. I want somebody to smash Cejudo so badly, you don't even know how much. I want to see Cejudo going down and getting better because he just talks and barks too much. Sterling will dominate him. I hope you are right. What's with the Charles Johnson hate? Uh, it's not hate. No. It's not hate. I put him like a devil because he is my most confident pick. That's not hate. You misunderstood. I put like devil because he is my dark horse for this card. That's what scares you for Aljo in this matchup. I hate the fact that Cejudo is dominant wrestler. It is year of comebacks. Exactly, Benjo told you what I'm afraid of. It is year of comebacks. Charles Johnson is my most confident pick. That's why I put him like a devil. He's gonna dominate. No. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. No. I don't hate Charles Johnson. Never said anything against Charles Johnson. But when you already mentioned Charles Johnson, I do hate another thing. I do hate one thing about him. I actually lied to you. Sorry, my mistake. There is one thing. Nice 80s outfit. Thank you, fella. One thing I hate about Charles Johnson, that's the fact that USADA tested him 10 times this year. Like 10 times. And the guy is not even a contender. Like X for Aljo will be key. Yeah, true. I put Charles Johnson because he is my most confident pick on the card. But can you believe that Charles Johnson has been tested 10 times this year? What Moraes did to Henry with calf kicks. I remember, man, Moraes used to be the best calf kicker in the world back in the days when he was smashing people. But I believe Charles Johnson is going to be the dark horse of this fight card. So I don't know what are your thoughts on this, but I'm disappointed with the main event of the evening. I believe when the main event of the evening comes that I'm going to be like, that's going to be me on the main event. It's going to be a snooze fest and I'm going to sleep during the main event. Really, man, like Song Yadong versus Ricky Simon, come on, Dana, they don't even have the star power. How many times has Jailton Almeida been tested? He is guaranteed on sauce. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Jailton Almeida. Okay, now I think it's 2 or 4, not sure. Let me see. Year 2023, Sport Mixed Martial Arts, Jailton Almeida. What the heck? No way he hasn't been tested. It must have been some kind of a mistake. No, he's been tested 100%. No criteria. I don't know. Probably website is bugging. Trash card tomorrow. Yeah, you are right. Pretty much trash card. Perry versus Rockhold more exciting. Unfortunately, I think you are right, and I think another thing is more exciting, and that's this amazing Cage Warriors event. So, yeah, amazing Cage Warriors event is going to be even more exciting than that. Believe it or not, I didn't want to say that, but Cage Warriors sounds more exciting to me. So, I don't know, guys. I never thought I was gonna say that, but I'm giving my shout out to Cage Warriors, and it's a painful call. It's painful to the die-hard UFC fan to say that Cage Warriors offers a better card. More excited for Cage Warriors I am. What about those women missing weight? 4 pounds on debut. These are cows. Irina Alexeyeva is a cow. Haley Cowan is not Haley Cowan anymore, but she is Haley Cow. Read my mind. Absolutely, man. I'm going to combine these two live streams, but I got nothing to say about the 2 cows who missed weight, and especially that cow Alexeyeva. Like, that's really, really, really the lowest you can go. In the UFC debut, you missed the scale. I mean, well, who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? A movie star? How can you behave like that in the first place? That's something I don't understand. It's not Haley Cowan, it's Haley Cow now. Really. Cowan missed weight 137.5. Yeah, Mitchell is in big trouble next weekend, agree. Yeah, cow and pig, like, definitively. I agree. Always women fighters. I mean, I understand like 1 pound. I can understand 1 pound. All right, you're in a period, that's perfectly fine. 1 pound. But 4 pounds? What are you talking about, man? 4 pounds. Literally, you're talking about the goddamn 4 pounds. What are you talking about? You are telling me that you can cut to 140 and you cannot cut to 136. I mean, come on. We had like Russian Ronda. No, I can't. I don't remember that Ronda missed the scale. Did Ronda ever miss weight? Because I don't remember she did. Correct me if I'm wrong. No way, because Ronda has never missed weight. Gary to win. Gary beats the Rod. I'm gonna go with Gary. No. Well, how can she be Russian Ronda when Ronda has never missed the scale? No way. From now on, she can't be Russian Ronda anymore. Discredited. Ronda Rousey has never missed weight. Boring cards. Agree, you're reading my mind. Tomorrow is pretty much of a trashy card. I mean, Song Yadong versus Ricky Simon. Come on, man. Song Yadong. Ronda almost all fights, title fights. And she never missed the scale. Never, ever. Did she ever miss the scale? Never. Never. Literally, she has never missed the scale. Ronda Rousey. That girl has never missed the scale. We've seen Ian Gary grow up in Cage Warriors. I'm a fan of his, but not his decisions. He's married a woman 15 years older. Why? Well, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. That's something I could never understand about Ian Gary. I don't get it, man. Like, if somebody is that older than you, that younger, I don't know. I don't know, you know. In my state, they teach you that love doesn't choose. But again, 15 years is a lot. We don't have any intriguing main events till June, man. Nah, we have trashy main events. We have pretty much trashy main events. I have to guarantee you that. I don't know why he chose that. Really don't know why he chose to pursue that kind of a dream. Ian Gary not gonna be with her in 10 years. I know, man, people are evolving, etc., and the world is changing, but I don't know why he chose such a young girl. What was his criterion? I really got no idea why he chose such a young girl to. I don't know. I'm actually unsure about that. I would like to know the answer to that question, but I cannot respond. I think actually that's a trashy decision. If you're asking me, I would tell you it's pretty much of a trashy decision. Again, I can't judge. They need to hire Vlad as matchmaker. That would be awesome. He's got a whole kid with her. She used to work with Cage Warriors and chose correctly. She knows what she's doing. I know. I know, man. I don't know whether that's a nice call or a horrible call. If you're asking me, like, that younger, are they gonna be together in 10 years? People are growing, man. People are growing. And me, for example, I would rather be with an older wife than a younger one. Because if you ask me, I prefer like same age or older. I haven't had many younger girls in my life. Because I don't know, man. It's just life. Life is different. Life has been different for me. But I would have never been with some girl like 15 years younger. Yes, I know she's older. I know she's older. I misspelled. Sorry. She will be in her 50s and he will be in mid 30s in his prime. Sorry, I misspelled. Sorry, fellas, I misspelled. She is older. Sorry, I was confused. Sorry, my mistake. Vlad, who do you want Topuria to fight after he beats Emmett? Topuria needs to fight somebody from top 5. Maybe he should get a title contention fight. I believe he should get a title contention fight if you're asking me. Yeah, she will be in her 50s, that is true. And he's going to be in his mid 30s. I don't know. Boring card. Tomorrow, not today, tomorrow. If it's 15 younger, he gets locked up. No, I misspelled. My mistake. She's 15 years older. I know. I misspelled when I was saying. Sorry, my mistake. I know what hype wrote, but my mistake. As someone that lives in Europe, I will sleep in tonight. Understand? She was 28 when he was 13. Yes, I know. I don't think that fight would end well for Topuria, though. We will see. I just think Topuria is going to defeat Emmett, but like next fight could be a title contention, I assume. Do you remember Mark Webber, ex-Formula 1 driver? Check his wife, Mark Webber. Holloway versus Topuria next. I know who is Mark Webber. I know who is Mark Webber. Let me check. I remember Mark Webber. Non-driving work, driving style, racing record. Let me see. Let me see who is his wife. Oh man, she's so damn older than him. And Neil and his stepfather to her son from a previous relationship. He lives in the small Buckinghamshire village of Aston Clinton with his wife Anne Neil. Who did Mark Webber marry? Children 5. Whoa. Whoa, I didn't know that. Yeah, she's a lot older. I see. Holloway Topuria. Who do you think is next for Max? Zombie? Zombie versus Max would be a great fight. Yeah, I see. Also, my sponsor's wife is like 15 years older than him. So that's like. I mean, it's a bit strange, you know. It is a bit strange, but no, it's like. It is a funny story. Like, yes, it's true. It happens. I mean, sometimes love is not chosen, but like 15 years is a lot. I trolled my sponsor many times because of that. But again, he's telling me you know nothing about life. That's his response to me. I would love Max fight some 155 fight versus Fiziev and Gaethje. Oh, really? That would be a nice call. Really. But I don't know whether Max is going to fight at 155. He got smoked by Poirier. Maybe they got groomed by older women. I don't know, honestly. I told you, I trolled my sponsor on many occasions about that, and he tells Vlad, you know nothing about life. Don't you pretend like you're a smart boy. I told him, man, but like she's way older than you. What do you see in her? And he says, listen, at least she respects me. To some point, it makes sense. If she really respects him, that's fine. But I am still trying to understand why the two are together. But just this is one of funny details. Like, yeah. Well, if you were a trainer, how would you game plan your fighter for Holloway? I would tell him to feint all the time. Stamina, stamina, stamina. Fainting, fainting, fainting. Tricky moves. Poirier is massive 155-pound fighter, yes. You should have maxed him out. Maybe. I don't know. It would have been nice. But I'm telling you, like, on many occasions, whenever I troll my sponsor about that, he's like, Vlad, you know nothing about life. And he told me, listen, Vlad, if you marry a 10 years older woman, I'm going to troll you until the rest of your life. And I told him, okay, but I'm not married, I don't have kids, etc. And he's telling, okay, we are about to see. If that happens, I'm going to troll you every single day. And I don't know. So far, it hasn't happened. But imagine that happening. Like I wouldn't be able to live from his trolling. I wouldn't be able to live normally. Like he told me, I will never forgive. I will never forgive you because of your trolling. Yeah, I see Mark Webber's wife is way older than him, and Ian Gary is married to a way older wife. But we're about to see. I don't know. It's not that I'm supporting the decision of Ian Gary, but again, if they really love each other, maybe that's gonna work. But you are saying like he's gonna be in mid-30s, while that woman is gonna be in her 50s. Is that gonna function? I don't know, man. I don't know. Is that gonna function or not? Who knows? Thoughts on PFL buying Bellator? I have a 50-50 opinion on that. If PFL doesn't implement their stupid cage rules, their stupid electronic cage, it's gonna be fine. But imagine PFL implementing electronic cage into Bellator. That would be a suicide for Bellator. Imagine that. Hey, how are you doing, the MMA holes? Let's go, Durden. Oh, how are you doing? Yeah, I have Johnson. Yeah, I have Johnson. He is my lock of the card. Thoughts on France Malambo versus Dominic Wooding? Dominic Wooding should win that one. At least Gary knows she can't get pregnant anymore. Yeah, that is true. That is true. MMA host, congrats on 77.1k subscribers. No worries. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Plus, she has a kiddo. She is not going to ask for another kiddo. Yeah, let's go. 77.1k. MMA calls on a roll, gonna reach 100k soon. Then you're gonna get your badge when you reach 100k. How are you feeling? Hey, I have no cast anymore. Look at this. I have no cast anymore, but I'm feeling horribly, man. Achilles tendon is ripped, so recovery gonna be long. My doctor said, Vlad, it would have been better if you just broke the leg. Like, the recovery gonna last 2-3 months. Barely walking, but it's so. How are you doing? How well would Usman Nurmagomedov do against UFC top 15? Very well. I think Usman and Umar Nurmagomedov are only two Nurmagomedovs that I really like. But Usman Nurmagomedov is actually my second favorite Nurmagomedov. My first is Umar. I actually dislike that fighting style, but in generally saying that these two Nurmagomedovs are very fun to watch. I do like two of them. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Barboza versus Qatar next. Man, I would like to see that fight. I would really love to see that fight. That would be pretty much a great fight. Yeah, rest up, man. He'll be back in action in no time. Doctor said I will be able to train in July. That's what the doctor said. But he says I will be able to train in July if, and only if, things go well. So I will be able to ref in August. That's like how the situation develops. I don't have a goddamn cast, believe me. I started going crazy, literally. With this cast, I ain't got used to no activity. It was horrible. It was horrible, man. Literally horrible. Imagine like you're on the goddamn crutches. I still use one crutch. So it's like I don't have to use both crutches, but harsh life, man. It just snapped while I was reffing. It's like, it seems my body is telling me to stop, to slow down. That's like, my body is telling me to slow down. But okay, life is full of unpleasant surprises. We must grind our way through. No, we must fight. We must really fight. And that's like, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I hope I will never suffer another loss like that. It was a horrible loss, man. A horrible loss it was. But I'm so glad my mod is in the chat. I know that you are extremely busy. So, how is life going with the kiddo? How big is Ellie now? I forgot to ask you, man. How's everything doing with Ellie? How old is she now? Is she 2 years or? Yeah, kids are growing so fast, man. Yeah, I remember when you got the kiddo and like when you got the kiddo, I remember that detail pretty much nicely and like, but time is flying, man. Time is literally flying. I assume she's a big girl now. No, it's like imagine how hard. Like I know it's pretty much hard. 2 on Sunday. Whoa, man. Already 2 years. She's a big girl now. She's so big girl. I remember when you got Telly, it was like time is flying, man. Yeah, 2021. Holy cow, man. Time is flying. Second one pooping out in June. Second one? That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Whoa, that's awesome. So how are you feeling, Moss? How are you feeling about that? Are you excited or? Are you excited or scared? How do you feel? Yeah, she's gonna be a big sis. Yeah, gonna be a big sis. Are you excited or scared? I mean, it's hard with one kid, but like, it's very hard even with one kid. It's very hard, but when you have more kiddos, I don't know, but both. I understand, man. Vlad, thoughts on Guru calling Easy a racist? I think he's right. Easy went too far. It's going to get interesting. So you are scared, right? You are scared and excited. I understand, man. Like, it's hard with one kid. Imagine, like, with two kids. Oh, I don't know, man. Wish you luck. I just hope it's gonna be nice. I wish you all the best. I'm actually excited because imagine you have a son now. Yeah, we have little Jesse now. We're going to have little Moss. That would be amazing. Thank you. No, really, imagine having a little Moss now. I think he's right, Boob. I think he's right about that. Easy went too far. It's a boy, so we have little Jesse and little Moss. Oh, it's a little Moss right now. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. You're gonna get a little Moss now. Oh, that's so awesome. So you are both excited and scared. I don't know what to say, man. I would be, to be honest, I would be extremely scared. I would be excited, but I would be extremely scared too. Even if you don't get back to training until September, it isn't that far away, and if there is a positive side to injury, it allows you to use your mind more to analyze whatever you're training. That is true. That is true. That is true. It is going to help me, but I will get back to reffing in August probably. But I'm undergoing physical therapies right now. Believe me, it's like every single day on the goddamn stimulation, on the goddamn electrostimulation, every single day. So life is sometimes it's pretty much hard, no. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad because we are going to have a little Moss. Yeah, we are going to have a little Moss. That is awesome. It's a boy, man. It's awesome. We are going to have a little Moss. I'm actually excited. Life is all about challenges. I know, man. A little Jesse was cute, but now we are going to have little Moss. Nice. Yes, life is all about challenges, but I mean, when we're you two, like, but now when it's you and two kiddos, one kid is challenging, but two kids, it's super challenging. Like, two kids are actually super challenging. I actually like the fact that you are going to get a little Moss, but any fight to look forward to tonight? As much as I know, nothing is happening tonight. Not sure though. Maybe I'm making a mistake. Correct me if I'm making a mistake. Hello, Roadrunners. How are you doing? Am I making a mistake? I don't think so, but I'm just asking. Like, am I making? I meant tomorrow. BKFC 41 is super nice card to watch. Cage Warriors is amazing. Sorry, I'm more excited for Cage Warriors and BKFC than UFC. Reese or his opponent, Reese Maki to win. Reese Maki to win. Life is all about challenges, yeah, but I'm so excited we are going to have a little Moss. That is amazing. That is really amazing, man. I'm so excited you're gonna have a little Moss. I actually like that fact. Congrats, man. So glad you're gonna have little Moss. But at least the life is going to be fun. At least it's going to be entertaining. Like two kiddos, they're going to play. At least kiddos are going to play. That's like, okay, I hope they're going to play. I hope they're not going to fight, but you never know with kiddos. I hope Sterling wins Henry. I want Sterling to win so badly. I want Sterling to win so badly. I don't want that goddamn clown Henry to win. I hate that Cejudo. Thank you. Congrats on 13K. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, like 13K is awesome, pretty much awesome to reach. And I'm grinding out every single day. I'm trying very hard. And, sometimes life is all about challenges. But I'm not backpedaling. You think Cejudo will win? I'm sorry to say that, but I have the fight not going the distance. Unfortunately, I'm not. I am actually Cejudo's hater, but I think he has good chances. I can't stand that triple C. I'm like, he's all about Bow Wow. And Charles Johnson is this devil. I put devil because I believe he is my most confident pick. That's why I put Charles Johnson with devil's horns. That's one and only reason. Hard to know how good Henry is at 36 years old. He is returning after a layoff. That layoff scares the shit out of me, fellas. Now, if you're asking me why aren't you going to bet on Cejudo, he is returning after a layoff. Yes. Yes, very good pick. Roadrunners, yes. Triple C is cringe, but damn good. Vlad is not going to bet on that fight. My pick for that fight is not going the distance, and I'm not gonna bet that fight. I always reveal my bets. So far, I am not sure what bets am I going to play for that card, but I can tell you one thing, I'm not betting on that fight. I'm definitely not betting on that fight. Is Adam Shilly from Cage Warriors any good? Pretty good. Pretty good fighter. I'm trying to stay well-rounded. I'm trying to fight harder and harder, and that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. It's all about hard fighting. It's all about staying consistent. I'm trying to stay as consistent as I can. But the thing that we're going to have Little Moss is amazing. We have Little Jesse, now we're going to have Little Moss. Two kids, they say it's the nicest thing when you have two kiddos. But life is stacked with challenges. I believe Jim Wallhead is retiring. Is he? I don't know. Is he gonna retire or not? What do you think? I think he was mentioned in an interview. I will have to re-listen. I haven't spent much time listening to that, but okay, yeah. I can accept if he maybe he's not going to be motivated if he wants to retire. Fighters who want to retire, they're usually not much motivated. But yeah, you are right. At least I will have, since I can't train right now, I will have more time for my YouTube channel. I will try to push it to the next level. I have some ideas for thumbnails for both stuff, etc. So we're about to see. We are about to see how is that going to go. We are about to see, but I'm hoping it's gonna be okay. I'm just hoping. I'm not saying it will or won't come to fruition, but I'm just hoping it will be a nice way to go. Anyway, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to announce that everything should play out nicely, this Cage Warriors fight card, but there are many good prospects on it. Like, the sad story is I'm more excited for Cage Warriors than the upcoming fight card. Yeah, which is kind of a defeat. I know it kind of sucks, fella. It's life, right? Sometimes life sucks. In some cases, life is pretty much challenging. How good is Paddy? Man, let's be honest, Paddy lost the fight to Jared Gordon. I know. I think he's just a hype train, and that hype train was derailed, if you ask me. That hype train was pretty much exposed and derailed. He is not that superior. Like, people call Paddy a superior warrior, etc. Not that superior, if you're asking me. I think he is good. But superior? No way. I believe the guy knows to sell the fight. I'm giving him credits for his selling ability. As coach, do think he trained good. How can he get up so much? I wonder the same thing. He is doing a nice job. That is true. He is really doing a nice job. But again, he is good for selling fights. I think he will stay in UFC for a very long time. Like Hamzat, he is very good for selling fights. For example, Hamzat has tons of followers on social media. Paddy has a lot of followers on social media. They are amazing to sell fights, both of them. But I just think Paddy can't reach that far. I think Paddy is more of a hype train, while Kamzat has a championship potential, while Paddy doesn't have it. That's what I say. Ikram Iskerov or Phil Hawes. That's a pick him, but I would go with Hawes. I think he has better chain wrestling, but again, Iskerov is very good in. He is very good in those transitions, so we mustn't write him off. Again, he's got very, very, very good chain wrestling. We definitely mustn't write him off, but this is the clash of similar fighting styles. So, yeah, this is the clash of similar fighting styles. Like, yeah. Fun fact, Alexichuk was trained by Mirek Okninsky, famous old Polish MMA trainer. He's like WWE character. He once screamed after Michal UFC win and then I got mad. Ha ha ha, I didn't know that. What about Dober Frevola? Dober to win or not going the distance? I have a feeling Dober gonna smash him. What do you think? Does Dober has a good chance to smash that guy? Do believe he has. Yeah, I do believe he has good chances to smash that guy. Do I like Dober? I like Dober too. Me too. I like Dober too. I think Dober is a nice call. If you're asking me, I do think Dober is a nice call. Stylistically, I believe Frevola is a perfect opponent for him. Just saying stylistically. But again, is that going to happen or not? Well, that's like $1,000,000 question. I don't know what to think about that. But I believe it's going to be a nice. I believe it's going to be a nice fight. Yeah, I have a feeling that fight is going to be pretty much nice. Dober versus Chandler, Gaethje, and Poirier would be so good fights. That is true. That is true. These would be very much good fights. Yeah, I'm glad you like 80s. 80s are pretty much my favorite fashion. 70s, 80s, 90s were fine too, but 80s are like the best. I don't know, man. I'm so classic. Such a classic guy. But tomorrow I'm going to, go with Cage Warriors. I'm going to proceed tomorrow. Not only Cage Warriors, I'm going to proceed with the UFC and with some other promotions. UFC and Cage Warriors tomorrow. But I'm, believe it or not, more excited for the goddamn Cage Warriors. Imagine that. I'm more excited for Cage Warriors. Cage Warriors is going to have superior competition than UFC this weekend. How sad could it be? Yeah, Cage Warriors is gonna have a better fight card. I know, man. It's really disappointing to some point that Cage Warriors can be that better. But like, do you really believe that Ricky Simon versus Song Yadong has a star power? No, it doesn't have a star power. It actually sucks in star power. This is the worst main event of the year. Like this is definitely the worst main event of the year. I know there were some female main events of the year. I know we were having female main events of the year, but this is too much. Even for me, this is too much. It's really too much. Like Ricky Simon versus Song Yadong, the main event of the evening. How? Can somebody elaborate how? And why? Why would you put that as the main event of the evening? Didn't you have UFC? Didn't you have a better name for the main event? You could have put tons of better names in the main event and not this. This is like a humiliation. See this as a humiliation. I really see this as a humiliation. It's like, this is horrible, man. It's horrible. See it as a horrible call, as a horrible choice. One of the most horrible choices one could have made. I really think it's a horrible choice, and I could never support that kind of a choice. Think that's a really horrible call. Hello, Jeremiah. Sunshine. Oh, sunshine. You ready to see a song, KO, Ricky? Well, it might happen. I actually bet on over 2.5. What do you think on Egger fight? I think Irina Alexeyeva is a cow. That's what I think. Because that cow missed the scale by 4 pounds. And I think Alexeyeva is going to lose that fight. She deserves to lose because it's a clear example of disrespect. That's what I think about that fight. I would say Egger to win. Egger inside the distance. That's what I want to see because I don't like when cows miss weight. And also, I can say the same for Haley Cowan. It's not Haley Cowan anymore, it's Haley Cow right now. So I really don't like when somebody disrespects the opponent in that manner, like 4 pounds. I understand like 1 pound, 2 pounds. To some point, I can understand, but 4? Why? Just tell me why. Even when you're in a period, I can understand, but like 4 pounds. She's gonna get fined. I believe she's gonna get fined 30%, right? Yeah, Alexeyeva is gonna get fined 30%, while Haley Cow is gonna get fined 20%. So yeah, but luckily Egger wants to fight and Jamie Lynn North wants to fight. So those fights are going to proceed. That's a good thing. But betting Wayne miss can be an advantage. So I would I would invent that rule. Yes, haven't found much tape or not, but I have her winning by finish. Yeah, man, Cal missed weight, believe it or not. So now some people are going to say like, Vlad, you're trashing fighters. There is two things I can't stand. First thing is when I bet on one fight and the fight gets cancelled. That's number one. And the second thing, when a fighter misses weight. I hate when that happens because I hate when somebody misses weight. You think she just tried not to cut or had to stop for health reasons? Uh, Cowan might have stopped for health reasons, but Alexeyeva, I believe Alexeyeva wants to cheat. 4 pounds is just too much, man. Okay, 137.5 to some point. Okay, 1.5. Understandable to some point. But 4 pounds. No excuse. No excuse for something like that. No excuse for something like that. It's horrible. It's extremely horrible. The lowest low you can go. 4 pounds, man. Why didn't you compete at 145? If you can't cut weight. You are not Russian Ronda anymore. No, you are not. Ronda Rousey has never missed the scale. She can only be Cozy or Cowsy, not Rosie. Or she can be Pigsy. Like yeah, she can be Pigsy because she's like fat. She can be Pigsy. What happened with Kelleher? He hurt. Yeah, he hurt. McGee is an LFA fighter. Listen, If it was a normal circumstance, like if McGee didn't accept the fight on a short notice, I would pick McGee to win. Unfortunately, he is accepting the fight on short notice, and I'm unsure whether he is in good shape or not. And it scares the shit out of me. Is he in a good shape or not? I have no idea. Generally, he is a dangerous fighter. He's got big right hand. He's got a knockout power. But when you accept the fight on a short notice, it's a two-edged blade. It is two-edged blade when you're accepting the fight on a short notice. It's always scary when you're accepting the bout on a short notice. I believe it's pretty much scary, so I don't know what to say, man. But is it scary? Oh yeah, it is, man. It is extremely scary if you're asking me. LFA and UFC too. He's having a step up of competition. I know, but Journey Newson isn't the greatest UFC fighter. He's not even a contender, so you are right. LFA, UFC is a step up. The best of the best are here. LFA is a good promotion to boost your skills, to improve your skill set, etc. But you are right. It ain't UFC. You are right. It definitely ain't UFC. So one can't call it UFC when it's not a UFC. Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I can 100% agree with that because it's definitely not UFC. It's a massive step up in competition. Yeah, it is a massive step up in the competition. Definitely agree with that. But Song versus Ricky Simon is a pick'em, so yes, to some point you can say yes to the dress, yes. Yeah, you can say yes to the dress. I agree, I thought Kelleher would have beat him originally. Just saw some tape on Waters. Just allows himself to get hit. I think Quinlan by KO. I have the fight not going the distance. Yeah, I know Waters is eating too many shots. But he has good counters, so that's why I didn't bet on Quinlan. I only have two picks for this upcoming fight card. Yeah, I know it kind of sucks, but I put Charles Johnson with horns because I'm super confident in Charles Johnson to win. That's he is my secret pick, My dark horse of this event is Charles Johnson. So I want to be a bit more exciting as I'm advancing into the next stage of my YouTubing. I want to get a bit more excited. No, I want to push the things to the next level, and I'm going to put more thumbnails. And I plan to make another nice video about the MMA Guru, which is going to be made probably on Monday. I'm gonna release that video, and you will see why Guru actually succeeded. What do I think of? People ask me, Vlad, what do you think? Why did Guru succeed in this MMA career? And I'm going to reveal my reasons for that. Why I think he made some really great calls in his life, and why people can learn a lot from him. I believe people could learn a lot from the MMA Guru, especially in the world of MMA community, and I like Budai moneyline. I just want to see more power in him. Budai could win that fight. Yes, his opponent is pretty much so. Jay Collier, I think Budai can win that fight. And also, guys, I hope you enjoyed the MMA. You enjoyed my previous video on the MMA Guru. I really hope you enjoyed my previous video on the MMA Guru because I really consider that guy a family. Like, imagine how many people would help you when you're in a trouble. Literally nobody. Do you recognize big black guy with rusted dreadlocks cornering some fighters? When he walk out with fighter with raised hand pointing up, it always means that this fight will be win. Uh, is this Dewey Cooper maybe? For example, Cody Garbrandt? Uh, are you talking about Dewey Cooper or it's someone else? As much as I know, Dewey Cooper is doing this, like exiting with hand raised. Dewey Cooper is doing that. I actually had interview with Dewey Cooper in the past, but it was like in the past. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I had interview with Dewey Cooper. But generally, what I want to say, like, that is nice. That is like, that is a nice thing if you're asking me, like, entering with the hand raised. Maybe he's trying to motivate fighters like that. You know, what do you think? Maybe he's trying to motivate fighters like that. Motivation is an important part of the success, if you're asking me. Like, motivation matters pretty much. I believe that motivation matters. Yes, it is motivating, I agree. Like, imagine when somebody is walking like this into the fight, when he's walking like this. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing. Literally, if it motivates a fighter, it's awesome. And if it helps fighter overcome the obstacles, it's amazing. I mean, anything that works for a fighter, for me, is a step up in the competition, is a step in right direction. Definitely, it's a step in right direction. So I think that's a good move. I actually think that's a good move. But these are just my thoughts. It doesn't have to mean that I'm right, of course. Doesn't have to mean that I'm right. All right, 2 more minutes, then I will go. Need to rest up for tomorrow and need to create need to create some need to create some video. Bye, cowboy. Good night. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. I'm just reading something. Yeah, I'm gonna end right now. So yeah, I'm finishing right now. So I was završavam. I'm finishing right now. So night night guys, and tomorrow I'm adding Cage Warriors and UFC. Hang around, please. Tomorrow is gonna be fine, and let's break the goddamn record for earnings tomorrow. We are going to break the record. We are very close to break it for April. Let's go. Night night, fellas, and thank you for everything.